All right, I can train you. Keep your shoulder back more. Good. Good. So when you're initiating a strike, how are you moving in with that sword?
Usually
so you're that I would call that switch stance with your legs, because your sword is in your right hand, but your you see what I mean? You're coming off of your back leg, right? If I am making an aggressive lunge, I should maximize my range.
You're staying on your front.
I lunge from my front side. If I'm going to lunge on my offhand, I will switch my foot stance, because the matched foot stance will get you better range. But if you're, yeah, what would it look like? What would it look like if your setup was matched? So the defensive, because that's how I fight. See, my aggressive arm is forward, and my defensive sword blade is tucked.
I'm already pushing out and reaching around.
Yeah. Well, you know what I will say? If you are being more aggressive, this is the stance you're in. If you are a more defensive player, which is not my style, you would probably keep the defensive thing leg forward, and then just. But even if that's the case, even if this is your preferred stance, you could do watch it.
They're usually
The people you squared up on.
Because we've already gone through the shield, and I'm round 2.
So yeah. But you could, I guess, in short, what I'm saying is you could consider, if you want faster and more range on your strike, do it with your leg too, like do a lunge. So like a lateral lunge to switch your stance. Here. So like, yes, did you see how much closer you got in on me? Yeah, and then it is about the changing your lead to step in, and then, you know what I call it? I do call it a triangle waltz. There is that drill that I do for it, which is this idea of moving in with a lunge and then regrouping yourself. So if you want to stay in this defensive stance with your switch stance forward, because that's just your style, that's just how you prefer to be, you're not too aggressive. When you have a moment of aggression, bring it from the hip and leg to maximize your range, and then reset yourself. Yeah, girl. Yes. Yes, for an elf and an archer, I am impressed with the footwork. I know archery makes you nice and comfortable with your footwork, I'll say.
That's true.
So if you want to get a little more aggressive, oh my shorts, more aggressive with your feet. Yep, it would be a lunge like that. Yeah, but I would even yes, that triangle was gorgeous. You see the footwork here? Amazing. How's it feeling? How's it feeling in the hips?
Good.
Nice. Good. Let's see, keep that angle up, because I'll punish it as soon as the arm's out. That's the idea. Yeah, and let your leg even lead a little more laterally. You'll find a sweet spot. You'll find a sweet spot of where you're aiming your foot to allow the aiming of your arm. So I could even, you know what I could do for you? Because I am in Mama Nikhujo teacher mode right now.
Yeah.
What I could do for you is stop my prowling and allow you to prowl and experiment with how that footwork feels and your range feels, okay? This is the most respect I've given to an elf basically ever.
I appreciate that immensely.
Yeah. Look, I'm stopping my prowling for you. Do you keep bees?
I do keep bees. This was my what I was raised to do, and then
you chose better. Good for you.
better, yes.
Good for you. Glad to see you
It's
here.
a little boring.
Yeah.
If you'd like me to come over there, I can show you what I've learned.
Yeah, that's the idea. The one caution I will give you. I am obsessed with lateral motion and prowling. I love. It's in my instincts, right?
Yes.
But there is a risk when you're doing moves like that to get around people. Not necessarily. Well, maybe. But more risky is the leg crossing. Okay. If you're trying to reset, if you ever get your legs crossed, your balance is going to be way off. I don't want you falling over, right? Okay, so as you're doing your lunge to extend, when you are regrouping, don't do a regroup with a cross, okay? Keep it like, if I'm drawing a triangle, 1, 2, it's never more than that right angle. It's a right triangle, okay? So you see, like I'm over here, I'm doing my lunge on the hypotenuse, I'm bringing this back, and then you're not gonna, do you want me to draw a triangle on the ground for you? You wanna step in my triangle drawing? Do your footwork? So your lunge into strike me, Yep. So if your defense's leg is forward, this is going to be what lunges in to strike me. Yep. And then, oh no, the triangle is backwards. I didn't draw the right triangle for you. But without visuals aside, if you draw the hypotenuse with your strike and then the bottom line with your other foot, make sure you don't pass 90. There it is. There it is. Yes, right there. Yeah. So you want to show me that one more time with your footwork? Show me the hypotenuse lunge into the strike.
So forward.
Yep, and then when you reset yourself, never cross over. Yes, because then you could even pull farther back, which is a faster defense too. So you have your lunge into strike, you're resetting yourself a little bit, but you're not crossing over because you'll be unbalanced, and you're even allowing for the preferred stance of yours, which is defensive leg forward.
Yes.
Right? So it's like a swift 1, 2, 3. A waltz, if you will. Heresy taught me a little bit about dance. It's a 1, 2, 3. Actually, he knows nothing about dance. We were, by happenstance of a Gorban Festival of Fev Ak, involved in a dancing competition because my people do enjoy competitive dance, and that was a bit of a scene. You don't need to hear the details of that one, but it was mostly like sparring on stage is what happened. But I have learned from whatever experiences a 1, 2, 3, okay? A little bit of a dance. You want me to stop my prowl for you again? Yes, look at you. Still slightly overextended on the back leg, so you're a little unsteady on the feet. Yeah, you feel it. I'll stop my prowling for you. You can feel it. Get my shoulder that's exposed. Yes, girl. Yes! Look at you! Who's seeing these lunges? Are you seeing these lunges? I'm training an elf, and she's doing good footwork. I'm proud of that. Look, a little hop too. That's when you get really into it. If you seriously want a cardio workout, so this is not so much a spar, but this is an exercise routine. That's when you do the 1, 2, 3, loop it. You might not be looping because you have a bow, and it's not like you're striking someone with a bow, but the 1, 2, 3 can be looped as footwork. You would need a blade in that hand, which is the better choice. Let me just nudge you to the direction of what is honorable. A blade in both hands. Oh, I got an elf to put her bow down. That's a win. What? If I get you to put your bow down, I would let you hold Pride Breaker. You want to try to do the loop of it? 1, 2, 3, and then that foot cuts this way.
Then
1. Yes, your offhand is the striker, and then 2, 3.
okay.
It's a little much. I wasn't expecting you to jump into the loop right away. I was like, as a future idea. So, because you're striking with both hands then, right? Offhanded aggression gets them every time. They do not expect the left hand to be throwing strikes.
All right. Okay. So this is a little change. Okay.
We don't have to do in the loop immediately if you're not ready for it. 2, 3. Yep. And then lunge off of that. Yes. 1, 2. Oh, you just added the counter that was going to be the next step. I wasn't ready to tell you the additional counter on your way out. So original triangle waltz. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What you just added intuitively is 1 counter 3, 1 counter 3, 1 counter 3, which is the fancier version. You have escalated like 3 levels of fancy beyond what I was planning, but you are doing great. 1, 2. Don't. I don't recommend it yet. Okay. Get your feet solid before you put in more strikes, okay? Do only the
1,
foot
2,
strike
3.
for now. Yep,
okay.
Only the strike. Don't overextend, reset. Yep. Then strike. Don't overextend. You could even get yourself a little more lateral. Remember, it's the hypotenuse that you're drawing.
Okay.
So because you want to get to my shoulders.
Here.
Yep.
All right.
Beautiful. Yep. And then you lunging off of the front one.
But farther, so then it would be 1, 2, 3. Oh, then I'm twisting. Okay.
It's going to end up being alternating legs.
Okay.
Alternating 2, 3. Alternating slide back. Other foot slides over back. Other foot slides over back. You could even do it without strikes. You just want to work the footwork, get the heart pumping a little bit. It's good cardio. Yeah.
Oh, I see. I
Yeah.
think.
Halfway there, you're missing a reset step,
Okay.
which can be more from your hips. You might also find better balance if when you're doing your stance switch as the third step, it's more completely from your hips, so you're more your body weight's more centered, your core is more engaged, and then you're gonna long step,
see what's happening.
slide over,
Thank you.
body over, reposition, long strike, step together, body centered reposition, long stripes, long strike, regroup, reposition. Long strike, regroup, and then reset your,
And then
let me do it next to you. So the first one would be long strike, regroup your feet, reposition. So you're switching hips, right? You're
Okay.
from your hips with your core engaged, with your weight centered, you're switching hips. Now you're in your ready stance from the other leg. So now here's your long strike. That one is your hypotenuse now. So your hypotenuse comes out this way. So the full step, and then get it back together.
Pull back.
Yep, and then body over, centered, switch. Yep, and then you are, this is your hypotenuse.
Inside.
Strike, together, reset. Strike, together, reset. Yes, look at your footwork. Strike, pull it together without crossing, reset with a cross. Yes, good. Strike, pull it together, and reset, yeah. Strike. Here's the thing that you might be tripping on in your feet. If your strikes are not very far lateral, if they're a little more forward, this step of pulling together is going to be so minimal, it might even be negligible, right?
Okay.
So if you're doing a long lateral to get around a big shield or something, then you're gonna have to do a bigger pull in. But if you're reaching more forwards, hi!
I need you, and you, and you.
Then it's a smaller step.
Thank you.
I warned you about the thing I warned you about. No, sorry. I mean, he's a problem. But,
That was well done.
This thing came to the wall, and it did something to him, and it.
Is he bad guy?
Did he explode?
Well, kind of. I mean, not in the sense of poof, but I mean, the cracks, they expanded. And what's left of him is still there. But
How's your brain doing? Have you found your own doctor?
I don't know what's going on with me right now, but
Okay. Because that was a thing as of yesterday. I don't know if you made an appointment in time for today, but you do need one for
explain that to
yourself.
you, but this is bad.
You talked to him since yesterday?
This morning.
Oh, okay.
But Azareth, the place is disappearing. The barracks, the tents
Is being
the
absorbed
soldiers,
into the absence?
I
The
guess.
absence?
The